Etra saw it. My name is Karin. I'm the youngest of a family of 4. My favorite thing is spending time with my mother eating sweets. Hey Mom, let's eat this.
Oh, great!
My mother is a nurse and works night shifts, so she's busy and we don't have much time together. Before my mother's night shift, I enjoyed eating sweets while talking with her. So, Yazuria.
I'm home!
Oh, welcome back, Hideki-san.
Welcome back.
I'm tired. Phew.
My father, who works in an office, comes home just as my mother, who works the night shift, leaves for work. My father is kind, but when he's not at work, he's absorbed in his hobbies and doesn't spend time with me or my sister very often.
Oh, that reminds me, Yuri. About my mother.
Azumi-san?
It's sudden, but my mother is going to be living with us.
What?
Apparently, my mother's been having trouble getting around lately.
Ouch!
You know, my father passed away recently, right? It's hard for her to live alone, so I decided to have her come live with us.
But Mom has a job at the hospital, so who's gonna look after Grandma?
Yuri, can you look after my mother?
What?
There's no one else but you. Please?
What? But I also work night shifts.
About that, could you be transferred to a hospital that doesn't have night shifts?
What?
It'll be tough, but my mother is also an important family member, right? Well, that's how it is. So please, take care of it.
Wait, Dad? You're okay with that, Mom?
Right. I feel sorry if I don't look after his mother. Ouch. There's no one else she can rely on. There's nothing I can do about it.
My mother has always been like this. She can't say no when she's asked to do something, and she always puts herself last. She always says that everything is fine, and ends up taking everything on herself.
Wow, it's homemade. Make ours too.
Sure.
I was worried about my mother like that. After that, my mother transferred to a hospital that didn't have night shifts, as my father had suggested.
Yuri-san!
Yes, let's drink today's medicine, mother-in-law.
She was busy every day, working at the hospital during the day and looking after my grandmother at night. Mom.
Sorry, I'm gonna be grandma now, so I'll see you later.
Yuri-san, where's my meal?
I'll be right there.
After my grandmother came, I didn't have time to talk with my mother anymore. And by the time I was in junior high school, my mother had become so busy that she was losing weight fast. Mom, you should sit down. Karin and I will take care of Grandma.
What? Oh, thanks.
Mom, are you okay?
I'm fine. Thank you for worrying about me, Karin. I'm sorry you too, Sasuchi. I'm making you guys help me.
It's fine. Rest up, Mom. We also helped out with looking after my grandmother as much as possible to reduce the burden on my mother. But we couldn't help every day. My mother's smile gradually faded.
The rice is too hard.
I'm sorry. I'll be careful.
And the year I became a high school student, my grandmother passed away. I was sad that my grandmother had died, but I was relieved that my mother's burden would finally be reduced. When I thought I could talk with my mother again while eating snacks like back then, I was happy, even though I felt sorry for my grandmother. However, what? Why?
Because my brother has cancer, just like my mother. Please take care of him at home again.
Why at home again?
A woman's hand is needed for nursing care, right? This is the only place where there is a woman in my family.
But why do we have to take care of him? That's absolutely crazy!
It's okay, Karin. If I don't take care of your uncle, no one will help.
It's going to put more of a burden on you, Mom! You've just finished looking after Grandma, so why? If you're going to invite him to our house, you should look after him too, Dad.
Dad's busy with work, and I have other things to do.
You just stay in your room and play with your camera. If you have time to do that, why don't you help Mom out?
If that's the case, why don't you help out, Karin? I have to go. Well then, Yuri, I'll leave it to you.
No, that's awful. Even though my sister already started living on her own and is not at home. Come visit.
There's nothing I can do. Your father can't refuse either. Because he's the youngest child, he's in a situation where he can't express his opinion when the family asks
but there are limits to what I can help with.
Thank you, Karin. Leave your uncle's care to your mother. You should do what you want to do with all your heart.
Mom! After that, my uncle also came to our house and my mother had to look after him. My uncle took advantage of this and was selfish. My mother's burden became even greater.
Yuri-san, this remote's out of batteries.
Oh, let me change it.
Change the battery yourself. What? That's enough. Are you kidding?
I'm not. My aunt is often sick. When I was a child, she used to play with me a lot, so I'd like you to take care of her too.
She lives far away, right? How is Mom going to go there if she doesn't even have a driver's license?
Why not just take the train? She wants you to come in at least twice a week. She also wants you to take care of her, because you're a nurse.
Listen! What do you take Mom for? She works at a hospital during the day, and at home she looks after your uncle. And on top of that, she has to look after someone she's barely even met. If she carries on like this, she'll collapse. Let's just say no to this, okay?
Yuri? We're family. I'm in a tough spot too. Everyone in my family is pushing me. You're the only one who'll do it. So will you do it?
No! No way!
Okay.
Uh?
So I should go twice a week?
Yeah.
Mom!
It's okay. I have to go, so... I'm sorry, Karin. I'm so unreliable. Cause you worry.
Why? In the end, for the next 3 years, she spent her days at the hospital and her nights caring for my uncle, continuing to spend at least 2 hours a day commuting by train to care for my father's aunt. My mother became thin and hardly ever smiles these days. All she says when she opens her mouth is, "I'm sorry." I wanted to help her, but I was busy studying for exams. And the most I could do was help out with my uncle's care from time to time. And when I became a university student, my father's aunt died. And my uncle also left home without saying much of a thank you.
Yeah.
Now my mother won't have to look after anyone else. I was really happy to think about it. I realized that my mother was already 57 years old. My father had already retired. I want my mother to live freely from now on. Just when I thought that.
Hey, Tsutsuchi! You're back?
Oh, hey Dad. I actually have something to report.
Report?
I'm thinking of getting married. His name is Tokusa, and I'll bring him over next time.
Tokusa-san's really cool. I can't believe he's my sister's boyfriend.
Hey, Karin.
I see. That's great. What's he like?
He's a sincere person. He's a teacher at his school, and the students really look up to him. He's a good teacher.
If he's a civil servant, then I can send you off to get married with peace of mind.
Everyone in the Tokusa family are nice people. The last time I visited his house, everyone was so kind to me.
This is my grandpa.
You look alike! Tokusa looks so much like his grandpa.
Grandpa?
Yeah, Tokusa has been living with his grandpa and grandma since he was little. A two-family home? You know, you guys live with grandma for a little while too. So I'm sure you guys will get along.
Stop it.
What?
Stop messing around with that guy.
What? Why?
That's right. Tokusa-san is a really nice person.
I can't let my daughter marry into a family with old people like that!
Old people? Why? What's wrong with having grandpas and grandmas?
That's because they'll make you take care of them! I won't let my daughter marry into that! Cleaning up other people's waste! Don't throw your life away by becoming a carer! There are other ways you can be happy!
Dad, what about Mom then?
Don't throw your life away by becoming a carer? What do you mean by that? I've been taking care of your family for so long. Have I thrown away my life?
No, that's...
Is my life all about taking care of people and being unhappy? You're the one who said that. And I should take care of them. I can't take it anymore. What do you take me for? Your wife's life. What do you take it for? You're getting divorced.
What?
I can't do it anymore. I'm leaving the house with Suji and Karin.
Wait, then who's going to take care of me when I'm old?
What are you talking about? You look down on the lives of the people who takes care of people. And when you need care yourself, you come crying to me? How convenient for you to live like that! You asked me to take care of them, so no matter what you say,
was surprised. Because it was the first time I'd seen my mother angry. And after that, my mother's anger never subsided, and they soon got a divorce. My father kept begging her not to leave, but my mother had completely lost her life for him after his attitude and those words, and she refused to forgive him. I also couldn't accept my father saying those things to my mother, so I left home with her. After that, my sister started living with Tokusa-san, and I started living with my mother in an apartment in the city. After a few years of living like that, hey, Mom! I told you to wake me up because I have an interview today!
I did wake you up once. I woke you up, but you didn't get up.
Oh no, then wake me up again! You're gonna get fat eating all those snacks.
I'm going to yoga class, so I'll be fine.
My mother retired from work after that. She ate her favorite snacks and went to yoga classes with her friends. We were able to live comfortably on my mother's pension and my salary.
This is really good. It's a limited time offer. Why don't you have some too, Karin?
I'm gonna be late. See you when I get back.
Even if you're late, it's not my fault.
Yes, it's my fault. My mother can be sloppy sometimes. Well then, I'm off.
Good luck with the interview.
I hope she can laugh from the bottom of her heart without blaming herself.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。娘の幸せを思う気持ちはいいと思いますけど、介護なんてして人生を棒に振るうなって発言はひどすぎます。今までの奥さんの人生を否定しているも同意義ですしね。そもそも家族だからという理由で面倒ごとを押し付けるのはどうかと思います。何より子供の頃にお世話になったとか恩を感じているのなら自分自身がやるべきなんじゃないでしょうかね。皆さんはどう感じましたか？コメント欄に書いていただけると嬉しいです。また少しでもいい方向に向かってよかったと思った方、チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。